when I was about 6 years old. I went to some pony rides and I rode a pony, and I really, really wanted to keep riding. I would go home from school every day to a babysitter that had horses, and she allowed me to ride, and I was in grade school. I was about 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old, and I'd ride every day after school, and then I'd get picked up by my parents and go home and say, I really want a horse, I really want a horse, and I ended up getting a pony when I was 8. I was a city kid. I did not grow up in a horse family, so I would find my way around to barns and stables and be able to ride during the summer on vacation. My parents ended up getting me a horse and would have it stabled far away, so they dropped me off on the weekends, and I'd go and ride, and I learned actually to team rope first. And then when I turned about 16 or 17, I was working at a ranch that had barrel racing going on, and I went up to the lady running the barrel race and asked if I could learn to run barrels, and that's how I learned to run barrels. Barrel racing intrigued me on the fact that it was you had to be so precise in everything that you did to get a quicker time or a faster time. So I just kept trying to evolve of how could I get quicker, how could I get better, how could I be a better rider, how could I get my times to increase. So I would try to watch everybody, learn from everybody, develop my own style, and then it just kept, as I started doing more and more younger horses, because I wasn't able to buy a finished horse, I'd learn from each horse that I rode, and then I'd go on from there and try to learn how to get those horses to be better and better.
14,987 that was just ran in
the NFR was not really in my spectrum. I was training for Turkey Colts, riding horses for other people. I got approached by Jason Martin and Charlie Cole to ride Slick by Design, and our goal was just to season him to some rodeos. Where I live, I can get to rodeos within a couple hours from the house. So we didn't even anticipate doing anything NFR-wise. We were just gonna see how it went. I jumped out there and placed at some bigger rodeos and won a couple bigger rodeos, and we sat down and thought, well, maybe I'd go for a few months, try to get in the top 40 or 50 to make some winter rodeos here in Texas, and then we'd go from there. And it just is unbelievable that we accomplished what we accomplished. It's so important to take care of these horses when they're hauling and going down the road, because a lot of times they're in the trailer actually more than your running barrels, and the stress on them in that is unbelievable. So there's a lot of different options to do out there. There's a lot of things that can be done, but I think you get in your own program, you focus on the things that work for you, and I think it's really, really important to find those things that work well for you and your horse and keep after those through whether nutrition, joint support, feed supplements, therapeutic supplies, things along that line. It's just a big, big realm of things to do to keep these horses working and running at the top of their game. What I do personally is I really, really want my horses to be physically fit. So I have a big program on how I keep them fit. Riding each day, an aqua tread, the ice spa, things along that line. Through veterinary care, they're constantly looked at, kept up with the veterinarian, the feed supplements, the Cetyl M, the joint supplement, the cream. I even use it myself, helps me a lot as well. So I'm big on all that, but my main focus is to have those supplements and also have those horses as physically fit as they can be. Well, with all the long miles and the hours and the places I've been, Cetyl M has been great for me as well as both my horses, and we both feel great on it.